This is Severe MMA, and we're alongside the Polish zombie, Marcin Wrzosek, and Cage Warriors vet and now TUF vet as well on Team McGregor in the series versus McGregor and Faber. First off, Marcin, you know, we've talked to a lot of fighters who have been in the house, and there's always mixed reviews. Some of them really hated the experience. What was the experience like for you being in there?
You know, that's kind of experience that you can hate and love at the same time, really. You know, I love the thing I was surrounded by top guys, top coaches, you know, and had nothing else to worry about than fighting and training. But I hate the thing, you know, I was locked up. Obviously, no media, no information, no entertainment, you know. But as I said, during that time, I socialized with people the most in my life because I usually hate people, but I had no choice.
You know, is that the hardest? Is being in the house mentally more challenging than perhaps physically?
I guess some people could find this experience that way. I didn't really, you know. I felt like in my day-to-day life I had so much more stress, you know. Just chilling out in the house, training and fighting is like a holiday.
And again, you get to train with arguably, and I don't care if it sounds. I drunk Conor's Kool-Aid years and years ago. I mean, I believe he's a future pound-for-pound great. What was it like training with him? What did he bring to the table that makes it unique, for example?
You know, I couldn't agree more with what you just said. You know, I think he is pound-for-pound best and future legend. You know, and already he's one of the best guys. And training with him was surreal in the beginning when I met him for the first time. You know, I couldn't believe it. I'm standing in front of Conor McGregor. You know, training with him, he's the way he approached training, you know, is just unique. You know, he's not about like doing reps, and he's just about breaking the game into the simplest bits, you know, and just embracing it. You know, he obviously his training and his medals are extraordinary. You know. You know,
it seems that he's getting a little bit of a bad rap because he's perhaps not as hands-on buddy-buddy as Uriah. But looking at his training technique, it seems that he's looking at the individuals and helping them improve as opposed to the team. Is that about right?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I think, you know, the situation we were in, you know, it didn't require that much of pressure on training. As he said many times in the show, you have to stay fresh during the whole show because you never know when you're going to fight. You know, you may be picked next day, you know. I know some people have been slugging him for not being there on every session, but he provided his coaches, his coaches team, best coaches, you know, training in a long time, you know, Owen Roddy, Tom Egan, Alex Ternalski, and Sergey Pukowski, you know, they're extraordinary guys and showing us some good stuff.
Owen is getting more and more praise from certainly the UK guys we know there for his pad work and stuff. You know, do you miss that guy? I know you've got a team and a gym, and you know, do you miss perhaps the level of competition that you get to train with?
You know, I have to say he was one of the best partners I ever worked with. You know, just his way to approach the fighter. You know, he did different parts with everybody. Just kind of adjust himself to the style of the fighter, and he's just a brilliant partner and brilliant coach as well.
One more question. It'll probably be two, but one more question, and then I'll let you go. First off, you know, you've come into this competition for the lightweight, but you're fighting out of a weight class, really. You're fighting a weight class up. Does that... could you not wait for the 145? You know, I understand why fighters do it, but is 155 a comfortable home where you're going to stay, or after TUF, after it's all over, back down to feather?
Obviously, I moved up the weight, but I felt like opportunities out there, you know, and I couldn't just miss out on this. I didn't know when they're gonna do featherweight, so I just went for it. You know, actually, I fought the day before I went for tryouts as well, so it was a kind of a risky game. But said sometimes you have to gamble, you know, and it paid off. You know, if UFC want me to fight in 155, I'll probably do a fight for them. If they want me to do it, then I'll drop down to featherweight. Maybe potentially in the future bantamweight. I don't know, maybe.
And let's not forget, you're the guy that got the ball rolling for Team Europe. I mean, I don't know if you've seen, you must have seen the TV, but, you know, Conor's very complimentary on your mindset and the fact that you're going to go in and kill. When you heard, did you hear that in the house? And if not, when you heard it, how much did that mean?
You know, it felt good to get the praise like this from a coach and a fighter like this. You know, I felt really good, and I felt good about the first win for Team Europe. And but obviously every time I go in the cage, I go to win, you know, and that's my attitude, you know. I always bring.
I said two. I lied. This is the last one. I promise. The first fight, you came out proudly wearing the Polish flag. We know that you're, a proud Pole, but you're also based in the UK. You're going to give your UK fans a little bit of a shout with the next fight.
Just watch the show, and obviously I live in UK, and I feel like I have to represent UK as well. So I hope I'm gonna get a lot from my Polish fans and my English fans.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's nothing wrong with having dual citizenship. Trust me.
Maybe one day.
Marcin, it's a real pleasure. Thank you ever so much.